Russo here. In our channels, what we're gonna do very shortly, you're gonna see that we're gonna publish a number of videos about, I would call it, dating advice for people like myself, high value men, meaning worth over £2 million, with great physique and very, very strong frame. Now, in this video in particular, what I'm going to talk about is for those high value men, is in case you have lost frame with a woman, how to re-establish that frame. I have to open the here at least. Yes, it's a bit hot here. So how to re-establish frame. Now it depends on how long you've lost frame for. Then it's going to be impossible to re-establish it, and basically you have to change woman. There's nothing you can do about it, and this applies in the West, even if you're worth a lot of money. Let's put it that way. Even even then, and especially if you're married, then when frame is lost, you can pretty much wait for the best option is, unfortunately, if the frame is too damaged, is divorce, and it's much better that you start that divorce process. Now, let's assume you try to re-establish frame with a woman, and again, it is very important that you understand this is directed to high net worth men, not average men where their income is just average or just above average, or £100,000, £150,000 a year. That's not the case. We're talking about much more than that. Now, what to do is, I would suggest the best thing to do is just cut it off, walk away extremely with very good grace, as much grace and respect as possible. Either walk away if it's easier for you to walk away. If she stays with you, just pack her stuff and then make sure she goes somewhere else. Do it as gracefully as possible, and then just once this is done, it doesn't matter what happens then. Once it's done, they just wait for her to come back to you, or just try to reconnect with you. When you're doing it, very likely she would like to get some explanation from you. Now, it is up to you if you want to give that explanation or not. And then it's completely up to you and up to your own circumstances whether that explanation is worth it or not. If the level of disrespect has been too much, she's been extremely disrespectful, then it may not. The best thing is just not even give that explanation. Just be extremely kind, as kindly as possible, without an explanation. Just get it out. If the level of disrespect is not that bad, it's also tolerable. But again, when you're looking at disrespect, or in some being not subordinate to you, and be not submissive to you, what you're comparing with is, what if an employee would do the same thing to you? Would you fire that employee or not? If you would, she needs to go. If you wouldn't, you would actually speak to the employee, then you would speak to the employee. You treat the woman in the same way you would treat an employee in your company. No more, no less in most cases. You've got to get out of the frame of mind that you're equal, because you're not. Unless, if you're married, you're screwed, because you're definitely equal, because she owns 50% of your assets. So then you're screwed. But if you're not, all good. So if you're not, you treat her the same way you would treat an employee. You would dismiss an employee with as much respect as possible, as much grace as possible. Do the same with a woman. And then once she's got, and then if when you are getting her out, she begs you, or she becomes a bit iffy, or she starts um, becoming a bit irritated and asks you why and whatnot. If you really want to give an explanation, if you think it's worthwhile, just sit her down calmly and just explain why. And usually, in most cases, is you just explain that you are the boss. This is your territory. You dictate the terms. She has not respected the terms. She does not have any right to tell you where to put the socks, when to clean, and whatnot. Any disrespect is not tolerated. This is why she needs to go. And then say, look, I'm not going to block you. If you need anything else, if I can do, I'll help you. But this is not working out. It's best that we part ways for now, or you can call it time out, because many times women, if you call it a time out, women understand it, because what women do usually, they call a time out to actually go and cheat. Well, have sex with other men. You can even call it a time out if you want. But then what you'll find is that most likely, according to stats, if your image in her eyes hasn't been damaged too much, she will try to re-engage with you, and she'd rather do it in an apologetic way later on. But you have to always maintain frame. You don't expect her to be back, and from then on, you have to have an attitude, a detachment attitude, and give that impression, which is actually true, that you can walk away, and you will walk away at any point in time if required. And if somebody has to walk on eggshells, it's got to be her. So this video is not going to be liked by feminist women, and I do understand that. And again, there's nothing you can do. Even you feminists, where you think that you're the same as a man, read and study evolutionary psychology. Is in our genetics. No relationship between man and a woman lasts or is healthy if the man does not roll. That is the that is the point. If the man doesn't roll, or is incapable of rolling, if it's not earning more than you, far more than you, if it's not much more influential than yourself, there's nothing. I mean, this ain't gonna work. That's the truth of reality. So hopefully you like my solution. Is not as if it's going to fix everything, but is a good beginning. So this is again Andreas Russo. I think maybe in a couple of weeks, these sort of videos are going to start popping up on our channels. Already shot a number of them, so more are going to come. And in our channel now, we're deviating from the beauty products and the beauty machines, as you've seen already. Thank you very much for watching, and look forward to our next videos on this channel and all other channels.